Back behind, Mount Lebanon in that X area. Will scoop things up. Plenty of room to operate back behind the goal crease. As Mount Lebanon dancing, dinking, dunking back underneath. That's Prezioso. Prezioso wrap around. He scores! And Lebo strikes first. It's Prezioso. Prezioso gets Mount Lebanon on the board first and knocked down in transition. That's Mason Prettyman as Shady Side Academy and slammed down to the deck hard. Morgan Bender loose in front. They shoot, but goal waved off. As we're going to go back the other way. Quickly looking to go back the other direction is Campbell Brown. Game a catch back along the arc as curling up top. There is Seamus Reardon. Reardon powers in. He scores. And Reardon gets the Bulldogs on the board as the Hobart, or make it the Cornell commit, as Reardon gets Shady by Emmerich Bram. Bram went right side as Shady Side Academy looking to add to their total. Kneels across, and that one swung wide off the stick of Mauser as Landon Mauser, the senior, unable to find pay dirt that time by Mount Lebanon. Back-to-back district titles. Can they go for the three-peat? Can they claim it? Fires in, and Shady Side Academy gets the lead. Clark Henny, the sophomore. So Henny gets on the near side as off the deflection of the turf, picked right back up by the Bulldogs. 12-8 is Shady Side Academy on the air. 11.05 goals per game for Shady Side Academy. On the other side, Mount Lebanon 11.1 per game as that one fired wide of Lynham. Already had one ball tickle the twine behind Lynham here today. Halfway through the first, 2-1 lead for Shady Side Academy as the Bulldogs looking to add on. Forced wide by Karlstrom, and Shady Side Academy would not be denied as Seamus Reardon, his third point of the academy, out in front. But Mount Lebanon looking to regroup and bounce back as down the right side, that's Hetz. Hetz had a big game. The Hamilton commit did in the semis, and Mount Lebanon gets back on the board. Joey Hetz. Just talking about him, and Hetz early going 3-2. Shady Side Academy leads in the first as Mount Lebanon scoops it on the far side. Going to be Keegan Green. Green back up ahead. Here comes Keegan Green. Full head of steam for the tie. Fires it wide. Whistling it by Trey Donovan. Clock ticks down towards the 5-minute mark. 3-2 Shady Side Academy leads Mount Lebanon. As curling up top, that's Kramer. Garrett Kramer back up left side. Kramer fended off on the outside by Campbell Brown. Kramer cuts past him, circles back below as Kramer circles back out, looking for the equalizer. Turning shot off the side of the twine and works its way in. Kramer gets the equalizer. Back to back for quick toss around by Emmerich Bram. Back up top, controlled by Seamus Reardon. Long range howitzer into the stick of Lynham. So Zach Lynham, the junior keeper, keeps things at bay. Lynham took over for the projected starter Brady Lockwood as Lynham muscled down and fired in. Seamus Reardon, the first quarter hat trick, and Shady Side Academy swings it. There's Green, low riser, and that one sails wide. Closest to the ball back behind Max Prezioso, who started the scoring today. Prezioso checked off as Prezioso curls back. Prezioso, he scores! Prezioso times 2, and Lebo gets even. So Prezioso as here North Allegheny will take on Upper St. Clair. As Green fires, he scores! Keegan Green! And Lebo leads it. So Green. Well, now Hetz. Prezioso winds up down low. Low runner off the iron and out. Letting it fly was Lucas Billick. Out in front here on the NFHS Network as Mount Lebanon trying to increase their advantage. Back behind, over the head of Kramer and out. Ross back the other way. Ross to Howitzer, and we're tied at 5. Shady Side Academy back on the board. Lebanon as Kramer off the hop. Hetz, or make it Hetz, excuse me. Can't corral, but his teammate will, as right down the lane off the side of the cage. Sam McCauley. Reardon as the wind's whipping ever harder. Ross cuts around the back line as Ross left side fire. They score! One-time blast in the Bulldogs back in front. In the second quarter of play, they have absolutely dominated pace of play, and they have the lone 2 tallies. As outside left side, that's Emmerich Bram. Bram through traffic, he scores, and it's 3 in a row. Shady Side Academy. The Bulldogs pepper another one past Lynham. Has help back behind the goal line. That's Cambitis. As Cambitis curling, Cambitis low shot. That one knocked back away by the new keeper, Hosny, and Mount Lebanon blasts one in. Joey Hetz, number 2 for number 42. So Joey Hetz, he had a big semifinal, and he's having in back behind, down to 14 on the clock. A curl attempt, Prezioso knocked away, rebound, they score! Garrett Kramer, we're tied at 7. 1-0 and 5-4, the only Mount Lebanon leads in this game. Shady Side Academy had a 3-1 and 7-5 advantage. So they've had 2 goal advantages and make the lead back to 1. Bulldogs back on the board as Rust wrists it in, his second of the game for Rust. And Rust, 2 minutes of the third here in the district championship game. WPIAL gold on the line. Shady Side Academy leads by 1. As make it 2, the Bulldogs strike again. As ripping it in, James Rust, the hat trick for a 2-goal lead for Shady Side Academy. Rust with another. Outside by Aiden Karlstrom, almost picked off. Seamus Reardon. Reardon has the lane, backdoor fire, they score! It's John Poggi poking it in, wrapping around Lynham. The first 3. Prezioso right side. There's the long stick defense. It's going to be a shading of man Michaels on the near side, preventing any pass off, while his teammate back behind Crotein wreaks havoc, curling as Cambitis fires it wide. Chris Cambitis can't connect. Mount Lebanon now will look here on the offensive side for the first time in a while. What does Mount Lebanon's offense have in store? Down by 3. Prezioso, he scores! Max Prezioso with the HT. and it's a 2-goal game. Prezioso pay dirt for the 2. Shady Side Academy still in the driver's seat, but Mount Lebanon not done there as they score back-to-back. Mount Lebanon, Andrew Panilla pops home another, and it's 10-9. Just 5 first meeting, 5th ever meeting in the WPIAL championship game. 2 aside. Who's going to get number 3? Curling, firing wide of Lynham, and Lynham dives to try to get possession back to no avail. 10-9 lead for Shady Side Academy. Looking to upend the 2-time champs, and that will help. A howitzer, Mauser, with the missile. And it's a 2-goal Bulldog lead again. So Mauser, Prezioso back outside to Kramer, Garrett Kramer. Kramer surveying here, nearing the final 3. Kramer cuts across, he scores! It's a 1-goal game again. Garrett Kramer, give him his 3rd as it's back to a 1-goal deficit. Joey Hetz, room to work, Hetz down to the final minute 20. Hetz fires, he scores! Joey Hetz ties us at 11. Lebanon even for the first time since 7-7 at 11 all, down to the final 42. Prezioso has room. Prezioso curls. He scores! Max Prezioso says so. Mount Lebanon is all the way back and out in front. Seamus Reardon. Reardon powers in. Reardon curling. Reardon surrounded. Triple team knocked away. As Karlstrom trying to win it. Ground ball secured. Thrown back in. Zundel had it. Turnover with 10. Mount Ray Donovan back in. Popped out. And there it is. Lebo back on top as 3 in a row. The Blue Devils back atop of the lacrosse world for the 7th time. They claim district gold. Mount Lebanon all the way back. What a game, what a comeback, and Mount Lebanon reigns supreme.